Throw some things out there to talk about for a minute. Like, how I did that video on divine horns, and the Holy Grail cup stuff, and just whatever. But, this is a picture of the brain that when I've came across it before, but it really hit me like a couple months later, and which was around the 27th of March to, I don't know, a day or two after that. But a whole bunch of stuff hit me at once on knowledge. It was just pretty trippy, but I'm gonna talk about how that came about a little bit and what happened. But this picture is how I found it in the beginning, and I thought this reminds me of, how I did my video Divine Horns. It reminds me of horns, and if they got a whole bunch of frequencies around us and stuff, they're trying to mess us up, you know what I mean? Anyway, this looked like the Holy Grail cup. The cup that they want everybody to chase. I did it a little bit lighter there, but I'm going to put it right here. I flipped the picture upside down, and then I colored in what looked like, the Holy Grail cup in the way, So anyway, most people are viewing the world, let's say, with the one eye. That's part of why you got the one eye symbolism. And we got the triangle symbolism. We got this, that, and the other. Well, if you were viewing things and thinking about things with using both sides of your brain, both eyes, ultimately you would use your third eye, and I believe that people are supposed to have the knowledge of good and evil, have to weigh both sides, have to know certain things to have discernment. I mean, the masses are letting the minority control and destroy our earth home, that they charge money on life essentials that are supposed to be for free for everybody equally, as we all have equal dominion as stewards. And if you go back biblically and you look up stuff dealing with this Holy Grail, or you look up stuff dealing with right after the flood or before the flood, and figure out that they could write whatever they wanted to after the flood. And I found documentation. I can't find it right now. Again, it's like it opened up a can of worms for me when I seen certain things and found out certain things, and actually even referred to them from Bible stuff or whatever. But I have a hard time explaining some things, that's a given. But this looks like a map to the Holy Grail in the sense of Frost Bridge. Can't see it. See what I'm saying? But you got to cross over. It's like both sides of your brain and all that. Anyway, so, and then divine horns. What if biblically they, see, even that picture, it's not showing divine horns, but, oh, here, I'm in the right file. And that really represents a lot too. But old pictures of Moses with divine horns or flames coming up off his head to whatever. It's like a crown representation as well. Then you got some really ancient stuff here. I have in that video divine horns as well. And what I'm trying to point out is your divinity, your divine horns. Even Goddess Seshat, that one picture of her with the flower thing above her head with 7 leaves or whatever, that's similar to this, as well as all kinds of stuff around the world from, pretty much before the flood and all that. So they don't want you to know your divinity. They don't want you to know you're the Holy Grail or holy or whatever. They don't want you to know that. What if the angels that fell back, that fell to earth and all that story and stuff, what if it had to do with them taking the divinity from people and just making up a whole, whatever they wanted to write for history? I mean, after the flood, I mean, shit. They could write whatever they want. They're still destroying ancient history today with their wars. You know that. Come on. So, they want you to think of the one way, one system, one world government. And it's not a... Where's your free will? Where's your uniqueness? Not everybody is born with virtue, love. Then we're indoctrinated, okay? But we're also taken from birth, from being signed into a beast system, basically. So, they're doing things against your will. People are condoning. And what we're supposed to do, sit back and be passive and wait to be saved. Wait for whatever. Meanwhile, the deer out there, the so-called zombie deer, I'm telling you, it's a nerve thing. It has to do with the frequencies, okay? It has to do with their horns, their divinity, their brains, their lives, and frequencies around, okay? That's what the zombie deer thing's about. They don't want you to know that. They want you to think it's some sort of infectious disease. Well, it does make them stupid to where they can't take care of themselves because their brains are being fried from mankind's 5G, 4G, 3G, whatever frequencies and stuff all around. Of course, that's going to happen. I mean, anyway. So, it's up to people to take back their free will. Everybody's responsible for their dominion and stewardship on this earth. So for me, I think it's a good discovery that, the Holy Grail is not a fucking cup as far as society goes. It's your free will. And yeah, do I believe there's a place, or we can bathe in the waters and bring back seeds and all this stuff? Yes, I believe all that stuff. I also happen to believe there may be an ark, like a ship, like a special ship or something magical or something. It's hard to explain. But I do believe this has a lot to do with things and how they rewrote history, did whatever they wanted to write, wrote whatever they wanted to write after the Great Flood, because they could. Who's going to be around to really tell about it? And if they are, then they just, whatever they did, bully them down like they do today. Points finger, wars, all that stuff. Same shit over and over, rinse and repeat. So, do I want to follow a script to destroy the world of rinse and repeat, or do I want my free will back and take it, just take it back and, stand ground? After all, I'm responsible for my soul. You're responsible for yours. And you have to be you. Otherwise, who are you? I have to be me. Otherwise, who am I? But they want you and me and everybody to be like each other, shut up, put up, candy coat, be entertained, do nothing, be passive, wait, be saved. You know, it's okay. Live under grace. Do nothing. But we're all equally responsible as stewards. Just saying. So, you know, think what you will. It's your free will.